tuning in to the online broadcast network, AfterBuzz TV. Over 20 million weekly downloads in over 150 countries, and your number one source for after-show entertainment. AfterBuzz TV, the destination for TV superfans. Producing aftershows for over 300 of your favorite TV shows, interviewing celebrities and showrunners, and bringing you behind-the-scenes exclusives. All thanks to E! Entertainment's Maria Menounos, producer Kevin Undergaro, and internet leader Akamai. Now, let the buzz begin!
Yeah, we're here another week of So You Think You Can Dance here on AfterBuzz TV. I'm Kristyn Burtt. It's another week of hashtag Girl Party.
Girl Party! Girl Party!
Woo! I love this. Super exciting. I'm going to start first across the table from me. The birthday girl, Chloe West.
Ooh. Hey!
Happy birthday.
Thanks, guys.
You're welcome.
I'm so old.
Oh dear.
I know, right?
I don't believe
I'm
you.
withering away over here.
It's not true.
Lies.
Next to her is the ever youthful Alison
Oh,
Dean.
wow. Thank you. Hi, I'm Alison Dean.
And we do have a fun panelist from season 12. I like to say, girl, it's I for fun, Alexia Meyer.
Hello.
Do you get that all the time? Like, is it Alexia,
All the time.
And you're
It's Alexa.
you're like, Mom, why'd you do that to me?
Yeah.
I have that with Kristyn with the Y,
It's
too.
so you can draw a heart over
Yes.
it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
All those things.
Creativity.
Joining us, I feel like the last time you were with us, maybe season 10 or season 9?
Maybe season 9.
I think
Maybe
season
season
9
nine.
because
Season
I
nine.
wasn't here.
Yeah,
Okay, you
so
were
season
season
9.
10. But
Yeah.
we love you so much. Comfort, welcome
Comfort.
Oh my
Comforting
gosh.
you guys.
All-star
All
comfort.
pun intended.
Missy Elliott comfort. Yeah, I mean, come on. Stop it. I just feel like since season 9, I'm always like, she gets better and better and bigger. And like,
Oh,
you're
thank
amazing.
you.
You're amazing. We love you so much.
So good to be here.
Wait, does your hat say comfort zone?
Yes,
Yes,
tell
it does.
everyone about Comfort Zone.
See, well, now Comfort Zone is also my new clothing line as well.
Yep.
Cool.
So it's like just I'm always comfortable in a lot of things I do. So like sweatpants, t-shirts, jersey shirts, hats. Like I'm just trying to like brand myself and my name. I might as well, since my legal name is Comfort, why not do it? So
That's amazing.
I've set my clothing line, and so it's out right now. It's going to be on my website, comfortfedoke.com, and I'm just trying to push my brand out there, to be quite
Genius.
honest.
Cool.
I'm
Isn't
gonna
that
go
great?
get some.
Yeah, we had a lot of questions about Comfort Zone. I got like
Yeah, let's do it.
20 questions about it, but and I was told to say, Comfort, hello from all your fans around the world. So that's what I was told.
Yeah, much
Around the
love,
world. I
much
know.
love. I love the love that comes around the world. To be quite honest, this show has really touched people outside of this country. So it's like
So
such
cool.
a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
It's amazing. Well, we're so glad you're here. You had time for us before you jet off to London with Missy Elliott.
Wait, what?
I know. Seriously.
Wait,
Get your freak on.
you guys don't understand.
Lose control.
I'm gonna break this. I'm gonna break this.
Is it gonna make you
table.
lose control? Music make you lose control?
Is she touring?
Yeah, we're touring ever since Super Bowl.
Where? Where can I go?
Well,
How can I
soon we'll be in
see?
San Diego.
San
You can do it.
Let's all go.
San Diego.
How do I get tickets?
I got you. We'll talk birthday girl. We'll talk
Yeah.
You guys, I'm from Virginia. Like Missy Elliott is like my blood. Like she like watered the plant
She's
I grew up.
When I think Missy, I think home, right?
You're perfect for the Missy tour. That's
Oh, thank you.
awesome.
Thank you.
Do you know, like in old Missy videos when they would like kind of like do like the weird.
Oh
like,
yeah, she's all
get to do all
about
that
it. Yo,
stuff, so?
but Missy, what's amazing about her is she's in all of our practices. So she
Yes.
actually remembers
That's cool.
every routine and everything that
That's
happens.
cool.
So if we step out of line, she's like,
Hey.
Comfort, that foot, I saw that foot. I'd be like, dang, Missy, I was gonna correct it.
What's your favorite dance that you guys do?
There's so many. I really like doing Lose Control.
Yeah.
Nice.
I really
That's
love
awesome.
doing Lose Control. It's fast and it just keeps going. Fat Man Scoop is so dope on the track. So it's like, and it's the iconic dance song that like everyone just dropped everything for.
Yeah.
But
Did you
I
dance
loved-
Super Bowl?
I did Super Bowl.
Yes, she did.
Oh,
Amazing.
my friend's sister did.
Yeah.
She was on the Katy Perry side.
Oh, yeah. Katy Perry.
Next to left shark and right shark.
Yeah.
All right, let's get into So You Think You Can Dance, because that's why we're here. And we're going from top 6 to top 4, which was a very sad elimination this week.
So
My
sad.
heart broke. I was like, I am trying not to cry, and I just it's so emotional. But
Yeah.
I think we all just felt it. You know,
Yeah,
we do.
I think everyone now on will just be sad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just like every elimination, more and more tears.
I
Well, I
know.
guess
Yeah.
that was sort of the last one.
Yeah, next week's the
essentially.
performance finale,
Yeah.
and then
Which is
they crown
exciting.
the winner.
Yeah.
Yeah, but this is interesting because the scores from this week
Carry over.
carry over to
Yeah.
next
Oh.
week combined for the winner. So
Yeah.
a lot of things counted.
Yeah.
A lot of things counted. But we'll start with that opening number with Mandy Moore, who I did see this week.
Oh, Mandy, it's so good to have her back.
She was
Yeah.
missed. You guys know that
Gosh.
she was working on La La Land with Ryan Gosling and
Yeah.
Emma Stone.
So cool.
She's
What?
choreographing.
So cool.
It's so great.
Whoa.
Yeah, and there's a lot of dance, and Ryan and Emma are doing their own dancing, and
Yeah.
they want very authentic, and she's worked really hard. I know that Sharna Burgess and Jules Tucker came in from Dancing with the Stars and worked the ballroom scenes with them.
Wow.
and
Cool.
So sick.
Hardcore.
What's that movie about then? Like, why? What is? Are they dancers?
I don't even know, but they
Is
have,
it a
they have
period
like a whole
piece?
Ginger Rogers type of like scene and everything. So yeah.
I mean, Ryan
cool.
Gosling just doing whatever he's doing, I'm sure.
No,
Yeah.
no
Like,
complaint.
Ryan used
Yeah,
to be
no
in
one's
the
complaining.
in the Mickey Mouse Club. It's in there. It's in
Yeah,
there.
it's so true. He was a Mickey Mouse Club. Everyone was there.
Seriously. They should bring that back.
Yeah.
Well, let's talk about that opening number with Mandy.
So awesome.
I loved it. It was beautiful.
Everything Mandy does, and I think like it was one of those things when she came back last week. We talked about it. Just we missed her.
Right.
Yeah.
You miss her presence. You miss her
Yeah.
choreography.
Totally miss her. It's something about how she truly embodies everyone for who they are too, like in the individualities of each person. So like just to see how like everyone was able to just blend together. I was like taken back by how everyone was doing such an amazing job, even though like some of them are not their styles, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like
Everyone's still got to shine.
everyone shined in some type of way that you were
Yeah.
like, yo,
I
Mandy
thought it was
pulled
cool.
something out of you. Like they pulled something out of each other, but like to have that like instructor like Mandy,
Yeah.
She
I was
does
so
it,
happy
for
to see
sure.
her.
Yeah, and the one thing about Mandy, we've had her here in the studio a few times, and when you know her too, she's so real, and she gives you exactly like, you know what, that wasn't great. Here's how you should do it. She's like, there's no like BS. There's none of that of like, oh, that was so good, but
Yeah.
And that's what I like about her, because that's why
Right.
you get the results that you see.
As a
in the
dancer,
dances.
that's what you want, you know?
I know.
Yeah.
You guys can handle that.
Right.
I mean, I used to like the stricter instructors when I danced. I don't know. Did you guys?
Yeah. Well, I was a chatterbox.
Comfort's like, no.
It just comes out.
I like to give them a hard time. Like to me, it was like really funny to try to see if I can make them laugh, and then they'd be like, out the room. And I'd be like, okay, not today,
okay,
not
cool.
today.
And
Tomorrow.
One thing I want to say about Mandy, and she said this wonderful thing about Megs that I just think, and Megs had a really nice night last night, but she just said she dances with an integrity that you don't see with other dancers. Just very different, but she's there, and she really wants to make everything work, and she just really believes in what she's doing, and just
Yeah.
she was like, I didn't know what to expect working with her, and just had such a lovely experience with her. So I always love it when we hear
Yeah,
these
cool.
great notes about all of you guys,
Yeah.
and it's passed on to us. We like to share all of that.
Yeah.
So let's get into the first dance of the night. It was Gabby and Marco in a Ray Leeper jazz piece.
Ray Leeper's crazy. Yo, Ray Leeper is, he's insane with some of his stuff because it's so fast and like packed with like choreo and movement and feeling, and also the change of like feeling from one thing to another.
the
And that
shift.
like the shift is quick, so you have to catch that rhythm quick and then get back sharp. And I was just like, luckily I'm street.
Yeah, well, Ray said that. He goes, I'm known to choreograph fast. You worked with him this year. What was it like working with Ray?
I mean, he's awesome. Like, his energy's cool. Like, he's just great to work with. I mean, I didn't personally have like a routine with him, but just like seeing him in the studios, and he's just really into it and like pushes you to the max.
Yeah.
Yeah, I take credit for this. For when he was like in the package, he's like, I'm not gonna do a story. I just want it to be choreographed. Like, he's like, I just want there to be a lot of choreography, no tricks. And I was like, we talked about that with you when you were here.
Oh.
So I like to take credit, guys. It's okay. It's all because of me.
That was
No,
the
but,
Saucy
like-
Chloe number.
Yeah. I wish I could do that number.
They made it about the booty, and then it really wasn't.
Yeah.
I saw
Yeah.
that.
Like the booty was
Expecting a lot
covered.
more
The
booty.
booty was covered, and it was like a nice little fluffy booty.
It was
I think the only booty that happens when she like put her head down, and it was just like, and they made sure they stood far away because Gabby got a cute little body, so like you don't want to like do too much for it.
Yeah, that was funny. And I was kind of glad Nigel brought that up. Like, I thought from the film that was going to be more. Because I think everyone was sort of thinking that.
I did too. I was 100%.
Like the butt dance type booty.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking it was going to be.
I mean, that package definitely did
Maybe
not
they
sell.
toned it down.
I was thinking that they did, and then
What if there was booty
More
and
booty.
then they turned it down?
Dun,
Too
dun, dun.
much booty in the pants.
they do say that. They do like get on the choreographers,
Yeah.
like tone it down. They've been on Brian Friedman a lot this season
Yeah,
about
Brian.
that. Come on.
Brian doesn't care.
No, he loves
Brian
it no matter
doesn't
what.
do Brian, okay? That is
You
one
can't
man.
tone him down.
There's no such thing as toning Brian
Brittany,
down.
he gave us Brittany. We
Yeah.
want
He
that.
gave you slave for you.
Oh,
like this.
yeah.
It's not gonna tone down.
But I did like the costumes because they were very sort of steampunk. If you look
I
at the
loved
detail,
I loved them
Yeah.
too.
I was actually really upset at some of the notes that they were given at the end because I actually thought it was an entertaining dance.
Oh,
and
yeah.
it seemed like the judges, I mean, while I agreed with Jason's note about it would have been a cool group number, I mean, that would have been like a cool stage group number, I thought they brought it. I mean, I thought both of them together
Yeah,
were
I
awesome.
thought it was awesome.
So I don't know. I just was like, I thought Nigel and Paula and just some of the comments were.
It looked so hard. And you saw Ray afterwards. Did you guys see him? He was like,
Breathing for them.
I hope everyone appreciated their turn technique. They were doing some killer turns in that.
And
number.
she's in those heels, those character shoes.
Which is so much harder.
By the way, is not easy, guys.
Doesn't look it.
I had that thought at one point doing it. I was like, how is she doing this in
And
those
she was
shoes?
just still I liked it. I didn't know what the judges were saying. To be quite honest, I was really drawn into it. So
Sometimes I wonder if it's because it's the first dance of the night. Like, if they
Yeah, they
get that
start
fear,
here.
it's because it's the first dance.
That sometimes happens. Like they don't want to set the bar like too high, and so they're like, we'll start like kind of here. There was a lot with the judging, and I think we'll talk about that. And I even read Travis's blog today, and he was a little upset. And I love that Travis has been very honest his entire time this season with Entertainment Weekly, and not like sugarcoating things.
Right.
And I think that that's great because we're really getting a behind the scenes look of what he's thinking and how he feels about the judging panel.
I should have read his blog, and then so I knew when I saw him at lunch, I could have said something. I saw Travis at lunch, and I was so excited, and then I was like, I'll talk to him when he's done, and I missed it. I missed my chance.
Mr. Window.
I know. I was really sad.
All right, I'm gonna just keep on going to the all of the duets and everything, and then we'll talk about our favorite solos at the end. We always run out of time otherwise. Okay, Yaya and Alex doing Contemporary by Tassandra Chavez.
I loved this.
Playing the early onset Alzheimer's. Come on.
Like, what?
I know.
Yeah.
Like, hit me with your best shot. Jeez, man. Like, just at the end, I was like, and here come my
She
tears.
performed it so well.
I know. Where does Yaya come from in terms of that performance? Like, that is not taught. That is innate.
No.
she
She's so good.
embodies her movement. Like she completely lives this life though. Like she outside of the show I've known Yaya, and she has always been about her movement and about every single movement, believing it, like everything that she does. So as soon as I saw her do that piece, something that you had to take emotionally, her body and Tassandra and how she like works with individuals as well, she just made Yaya just know like what she needed to say with everything, and Yaya just took it to like the roof. She's so crazy.
Yeah.
But I've got to imagine there was a comfort level because Yaya already worked with Alex. They did the Bollywood piece.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
So that does help to establish
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, because you guys didn't have established partners this year. Was that hard, like shifting each week trios and duets?
Yeah, it was
and
kind of
groups?
like you had to build the relationship first to really be able to get into the character, you know?
Yeah, and that
And you had to do it quickly.
Yeah, because you have less
You
than
don't
a
have any
week.
time.
You're like, sorry, day off. Okay, now we rehearse and here we go.
Yeah.
Where your season, you would have a partnership.
Yeah, we had a partnership, and then we had like 1,000 routines by the top 10, and it was just like no days off, and we're just like, water, please, Jesus.
Water.
IVs, okay.
We had Kate and Urellis in here last week, and they were just talking about the injuries and the fatigue that start to happen
Yes,
as
it goes
gets on.
down.
Yeah, it goes downhill quickly. You came back after someone was injured.
Yeah, look, my first week I popped my shoulder out of place, and then I had to pop it back in place because they took too long to come. I was like, way too long. And then my top 10, Jessica King fractured her rib, and she was dancing with it the week before, and so when she made top 10 they found out that she couldn't dance anymore, and so that's when I got brought back, and totally the blogs were like, cover totally sabotaged Jessica. I'm like, what? She's like my closest friend ever.
You pushed her down the stairs a la Showgirls.
Yeah, you're taking like Tonya Harding photos. Like.
Terrible.
I was just thinking
terrible.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
I did not know the blogs were saying that.
But I talked to Sandra this week also because I was at the Emmys choreographers nominees event, and she's nominated along with Derek and Julianne Hough for Elastic Heart. So she's having quite a year. I mean, it's exciting. Her work is really, you just love it when someone gets nominated and then they're just having this really wonderful creative year.
She's awesome. I really like her. I'm really glad they brought her back again for this episode because, yeah, her stuff has just been ridiculous.
Yeah, I saw her on Sunday, and I'm like, so when are we going to see you next? And she's like, tomorrow. And I was like, I knew she'd been teaching elsewhere, too, so I knew she just had, like, a really jam-packed week.
Wow.
Yeah.
So I was like, killing it, woman.
Keeping it busy.
It was awesome. I mean, that dance was so ridiculous.
Yeah. Chills everywhere.
Yeah. Yaya's an exciting performer. I don't know what to expect out of her each dance, so I think that's kind of fun.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on to the next one. Megs and Joshua at Chris Scott Hip Hop. I'm going to start with Comfort on this one because she's the expert in the room here. Because you know Chris.
Yeah,
Megs,
of course.
Joshua. Is Chris single?
No, he's not.
He is not.
His wonderful girlfriend,
Dang it.
Jessica.
She's lucky.
She is a good
Yeah.
Every time I
dancer,
watch
too.
him choreograph something, I'm like, dude, I love you.
He's amazing.
You're so talented.
Yeah, he's sick. That number to me, I love that song. I love Pharrell, by the way. Whew, Pharrell.
Virginia. Also Virginia, guys.
Yeah.
Same town as Miss
No,
Guy.
Virginia. I think the number was. I think it needed to be to a certain extent. I felt like it could have been executed in a better way, personally for me. Only because something about the movement was so free that sometimes it can, if it goes too out of control or if it goes not in a good pocket that both of them can be in sync together, then it looks a little messy.
Yeah.
Right.
And that's kind of what it did to me. Like it just felt a little messy sometimes. But again, we don't have that much time as All Stars. We honestly don't have that much time with the contestants. I mean, we got 2 hours for a minute and 3 hours here, and then we don't see them again till so it's like sometimes it's just really hard to find that connection when it's like that much choreography thrown. So I thought it was decent. I mean, it wasn't like what I hoped. You know what I mean? It was just that I guess I had higher expectations, but it's not that it wasn't bad. It was not that it was bad. It was just. I don't know.
I think I was with you. I think having Joshua back as well, you were just like, our expectations were like, oh my God, this is it. Like, this is the match made in hip hop heaven.
Yeah.
And and I felt the same way. I was just like, man, you wanted them to have one more day together to rehearse.
Kate
to
said
just
that
lock
last week.
in.
Did you always feel like you wanted that one more day of rehearsal just to fine tune?
You always just want that. Even an hour, just a little bit more, just a little bit more time.
Please, can I just borrow them for 10 minutes? 10 minutes. Act like you're going to the restroom.
Just go that one phrase.
Just to still them, yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, it's one of those things because I'm such a big fan of Chris Scott. I love what he's been doing with music and using it in different ways and unexpected ways. And I think sometimes also adrenaline goes, and I think maybe the two of them just were super psyched on the stage, and you're just you go full out, and sometimes you get a little out of sync.
That's easy to do.
Yep.
That's really easy to do.
And I mean, they can't all be, I don't know, you'd think, you want them to all be just out of the ballpark.
They
but
can't
at
all
the
be
same time,
comfort.
Exactly, Chloe. Exactly what I was thinking. Yeah, I agree with everything you said, though. I was right there with you. I was like,
Yeah, I wanted to like it. Yeah.
Right.
But
Has Joshua been back as an all-star before?
Yes, he has.
he
but
came.
not this season.
Yes, he did Gabby. He danced with Gabby.
Oh.
Yeah.
He did that. He did that dope number that
Yes.
was Farside in Phoenix.
Yeah.
Oh.
It was like to Missy Elliott, really, really hot.
I just wanted to be Gabby in that number so bad, I forgot who her partner was. Like, and he was in that ninja outfit.
Yeah. So
but
you can hardly hear. Yeah, you can hardly see
I
who it
just
was.
wanted to be her in that Missy number so
Who didn't?
badly.
Yeah, it was so good.
And I feel like they brought Joshua back. Was it last season? We hadn't seen him for a while, and I feel like it was
Yeah.
last season maybe he was
Yes,
brought back.
they brought him back for God, I forgot who he danced with.
Yeah. But I feel like, you know what? I
can't remember.
We'll call out to the chat room because we've got Allison monitoring the chat room. Maybe someone will let us know.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah, tell us.
Ding. Let us know
There's
where
a
Joshua
delay,
danced
so
with.
it's,
Yeah.
you know.
Okay, no, it's okay.
I'll be like, and right back with you.
All right. Well, just before we go on to the next one, because we're gonna have to discuss a little bit about ballroom, because ballroom on So You Think You Can Dance is hard.
Yes.
It's hard. It's hard on Dancing with the Stars too. But
Suck it up.
yeah, she said suck it up, but but we've got some Jason talk to do with this one as well. But before we do, we just want to remind everyone, we want to thank you guys for watching us here at AfterBuzz. We are going to continue to give you these programs complimentary, and we do that because of great sponsors.
Yes, like Casper. Guys, Casper's really cool if you haven't heard of them. They're pretty new. They are an online retailer for premium mattresses. And I know you're probably like, what? Like, how am I going to buy a mattress online? How do I get to, like, sleep on it? I need to lay on it. I like a hard mattress. Don't worry. Casper's cool because you get to try it out for 100 days, which is really awesome.
That's a long time.
Sufficient.
The first like 3 days sleeping on a mattress is like you're not really sure, but that way you'll really kind of figure it out.
They're still getting to know one another.
Yeah, and they're really discounted. It's really great. You know, most mattresses cost around like $1,500. These ones cost between $500 or $600. You know, and then if you want to do a king size, it's like $950. And they're hybrid mattresses, which I didn't know that was a thing. It's two technologies: latex foam and memory foam, and they're coming together. It's so cool. And because you guys are listening to us, they're giving AfterBuzz listeners $50 discount. So go to www.casper.com/AfterBuzz and get $50 off. And if you need a new mattress, try it out. And you know, it's sort of like what you do with glasses nowadays too. You know, you order it, you try it. If you don't like it, then you send it back.
Can you spell Casper? Because I know
Casper,
several ways
is
you can spell
spelled
it.
CASPER. So it's www.casper.com/after AFTER Buzz BUZZ. Thanks,
Bam.
Casper.
Thanks, Casper.
By the way, Alicia Martin, he danced season 10 with Haley.
That's who it was. Thank you, Alicia.
Actually, it was a few. We had Lauren Capelson.
Thanks, Lauren.
We're all, everyone's like chiming in on this. So.
Okay, great. Thank you. We appreciate
guys.
that.
Yeah.
We needed
Slip
to.
the mind.
Yep.
Haley, that's who it was.
And that was actually 2 seasons ago too.
Yeah.
Because we're on 12.
Yeah, this is true. It's crazy.
So
Time
fast.
it does. All right, let's go on to Jim and Anya doing a Dimitri Chaplin samba. Dimitri's incredible. He's an incredible dancer, an incredible choreographer. Samba is hard.
Yeah.
And I know you're going to tell us to suck it up, but when in the short amount of time learning a samba, when you've been doing 1,000 other dances on top of it, and you know the one thing about ballroom that's a little bit different is that you know some dances are heel leads and some are toe leads, and you have to worry about frame and other things that where you can kind of carry over maybe a little bit of your ballet technique into hip hop technique into contemporary technique. Ballroom is its own
just a whole new thing.
It's its own language.
Yeah.
I thought Jim did really good. I
thought he did,
I
too.
thought they were way too hard on him.
I'm so with you. I thought that if Mary was there, she would have been like hot tamale train all the way
She would have
up.
been screaming
Like,
all the way out.
He was so like passionate. Like we saw a different side of him, and he always. I was so with you. I was peed off a little bit.
I agree.
I was proud of him.
Because it takes a lot to like Jim is very here, so like
To let go.
So the fact that he was like even giving you those moments,
Yes!
I was like, yeah, Jim.
I mean, he was doing a lot. Yeah. I'm not sure why they were calling out like even
His
some
back?
of his,
Yeah.
I mean, he was a little stiff here, but come on. I mean, it was like. I mean, that's nitpicking, honestly, because he had some good hip action. He did the samba rolls, which are easy.
Right.
He had the samba bounce.
And he held his own
with Anya.
Hello.
Like, that was what I was so proud of him for. I was like, you knew that he wasn't, the all-star, but even, like, professional. Like, Anya's just, like, ridiculously so good.
And then this is where I started getting tweets about Jason staying in your lane. Okay, last week we were joking. Let's rewind.
Tell me what happened.
Rewind to last week. What happened was I said, Jason gives some really nice performance notes. I think he's told you guys, like, I want you to give a little bit more, do a little bit of this, a little bit of less of that. I think that is totally valid. When he starts talking about technique, he sometimes gets, like, above his head, and he's like, and I'm like, Jason, hashtag stay in your lane. Let Paula give, because I love the notes that Paula has been giving the contestants this season. I think they've been constructive and wonderful. Go and give the performance ones, and then I think it's a nice blend together. So this is when he went off, and I don't know if he was Googling again or Wikipediaing again, but Paula was talking about the batucadas.
Oh, God.
Okay, which are it's a samba, it's part of the samba dance. But then he started talking about bachatas, which is a Dominican Republic social dance. It's from the Dominican Republic. They're two totally different things, and I think he just got a little confused. And I know he's trying.
He was like, I'm gonna try
just excited.
I know.
Excited.
And then that's when I'm watching West Coast feed, so my East Coast feed was like, KB, Jason, stay in your lane, stay in your lane, stay in your lane, stay in your lane, and I'm like, I can't believe that became a thing.
Well, when you
It's
gotta
really
tell
good.
the truth, tell the truth.
And he's been an interesting judge. I don't know if it's Nigel looked a little annoyed with him last night. I have to be honest. That was the
funny.
first time I felt like I was like, Nigel's like, no.
You know what's so funny? My dad said that.
Your dad said
Like
something.
my dad was like, Nigel looks a little bit annoyed. He's Nigerian, by the way, so that's why. So he called it. He was like, something's not right, but he seems a little bit. You know how when someone just gets like, when they're just like
Body language.
Yes.
Yeah.
the body language.
Well, there was that point when, Nigel was going in his prolific dance
Yes.
speech, and Jason was like, yeah, but what'd you think about the dance? And that
Nigel was not having it.
You see the feathers that start getting ruffled.
Oh, yeah.
I was like,
disagreement happening.
And I was like, by the way, he's the boss.
I was like, I feel uncomfortable.
Hashtag, he's the boss. Signed your checks.
Yeah.
brings you back.
Brings you back next season. I don't know. All those good things. But, Jim is just a wonderful dancer. I mean, and Travis has said just probably one of the best dancers they've ever had in the show. I mean,
Hands down.
what is it like dancing next to him? I would just be like, I'm just trying to point my toe just a little bit harder.
I mean, when we did that Travis Wall number and everybody lifted and he put his leg up, we were all just like, it's over. It's over. So amazing.
Done. I know, and you guys all have great technique, but that would be one of them. I'm like, I'm just gonna stretch a little bit more.
Yeah, like, just
Can I
fall
do
asleep
it?
in a split or something.
I know.
That's what I'm trying to do. Like, let me just get this
I'm
leg
sleeping
up.
above 180. What can I do?
They don't have any of those mattresses at Casper that you sleep like that.
I can work on it for next season.
A dancer's mattress.
And then we have Melanie Moore came back. Virgil and Melanie.
Love me some Melanie.
Yeah. It's Giles or Giles?
I think it's Giles.
Giles. I always feel like I pronounce it wrong in a contemporary piece. And Melanie Moore is a hard person. She's another one of those dancers. You got to go 110% out because she will outdance you.
Yes, she will.
She's not holding back.
She's one strong.
I thought Virgil held his own. I loved this was one of my favorite dances of the night. Like, they looked awesome dancing together.
Yeah, the pairing was really good, I thought.
Yeah, they're both really strong. He didn't make her look like, oh wow, Melanie's really strong. Like they were just paired really well, and I loved it. Mm-hmm. And didn't Melanie in her season, like in one of the earlier dances, do one where her partner who was her partner? It was
Marco.
Marco, yeah. Well, he was in the army. Remember, and he like slid through the piano.
Yeah. Look at that memory, killing them.
Dance. So good. And this one just kind of reminded me of it a little bit.
Huh.
But that was just because the storyline is similar.
Yeah, the storyline is similar.
And it's Melanie, so.
Yeah, and I love how, we talked last week, she just left Finding Neverland, and Amy slotted into her role, and then she's going to Fiddler on the Roof, so she has a week off between her Broadway shows.
She's like,
let's just do some silly thinking dance.
Just gonna stop by LA.
Little dance.
So crazy. I love that.
It's so cool to see all of you guys doing so well. You'll be next because you're going to be on tour, and then. But it really is exciting for all of us to have you guys back after chatting all the time and just seeing the success, because the platform of the show is just unbelievable.
Yeah.
It really is amazing. So
yeah, it is.
Yeah, I'm so happy for her, and I really thought Virgil just really shined and showed that he's so much more than a street dancer, which we
That's
knew.
what
But in this especially, you're I didn't even think that you were a street dancer.
What I loved about it was to see Virgil in more of a vulnerable stage.
Right.
To see him actually just try to open up, take off, because he's just naturally just ridiculously funny. So to just see him cry and see how much it affected him during rehearsals. That's how you really bring a different type of energy into a performance, when someone can be broken like that through an experience that affects them or something for the dance.
Yeah,
so.
it touches you,
Yeah.
and it brings out something, another level, which I think that's what dance is about. We move on to Haley and Robert.
I love Robert.
Yeah, Nick and RJ, our jazz piece.
Poor Haley. She had to hold it together.
She had to kiss him. That was just awful. I mean, poor girl.
Poor thing. She just everyone was harping on her, and she was just so cute and blushing and just couldn't help it.
I thought she was so cute.
It was so cute, and the dance was so awesome. And I'll watch Robert dance forever and ever.
Didn't she not look like when she had the veil on Lady Gaga?
Yeah.
Did anyone else see that in the beginning?
Yeah.
I was I couldn't believe the judges didn't bring up the whole Lady Gaga reference.
Interesting. I will have to check that out again and see.
Yeah, just a little hint of Lady Gaga.
A little Gaga moment.
Yeah, Gaga.
It was Gaga moment.
Yeah, Haley had her Gaga moment. That's not a bad thing.
No,
absolutely not.
We all want one of those.
Yeah.
Fine. It was not my favorite of the night. I loved the song. I loved the costuming. I thought elements of it were really cool, but I didn't really connect to it. And I like them both tremendously. And obviously, I think that they're phenomenal dancers. But for there was something amiss for me, and I
choreography-wise or performance.
Yeah, maybe. I think it was probably.
I agree. I think it was. I don't know if it was because connection. Robert knows how to do that, and
I feel
Haley
like it's
does
maybe
too.
the camera angles.
Sometimes the camera angles does not know what they're doing. Sometimes because
that
it
makes
really makes
hard.
a difference.
Yeah, don't you notice that sometimes when there's a really beautiful lift and you're I need to see it from different angle. They do that sometimes in Dancing with the Stars too. They love their overhead shots, and I was no, you don't know how cool that is looking at it from ground level, because
that's what it's meant to be seen.
Yeah.
Exactly. So it could be that.
I want them to do more Beyonce songs like that, more not mainstream Beyonce, because that was
It's hard to get
really
cleared
great.
stuff though.
I was actually surprised that was cleared, even then.
It's hard to get cleared stuff.
Because that's from her newer one, and I feel like you really just, they don't
I was
do a
excited
lot.
when I heard the song. I was like, yes.
Yeah.
Right.
You
I was
could add
surprised.
a fortune probably for it, is my guess.
I don't know, but I was surprised. I was like, what? But I mean, Beyonce, we've been be able to use some of Beyonce stuff before on the show, so it's
Yeah.
Yeah.
You should see her do that one in concert. Whew.
Yeah.
Your Nappy Tabs piece.
Oh yeah, Who Runs the World?
Yeah.
You and Jasmine.
Yes.
I'll never
That
get-
piece is so tiring.
And you got to do it for the anniversary show. When you did the anniversary show with
Yeah,
us.
they did.
Yeah, we did it again. My only anxiety of that dance is putting the kickstand down. Because we have to do it on beat. We're like, go, and so sometimes the bike falls over because the bike and the kickstand wasn't necessarily best friends, but
You're don't fall.
please don't fall.
Props are just hard. Props are just hard.
It's so hard to have props.
And you had a few that were.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. I dropped a cane the first week.
Oh,
Yep. That was a good one. Yeah, I knew that was gonna happen. I'm so uncoordinated though. So
You're like, welcome to So You Think. Yeah, here's your hazing, you know.
here's toss a cane, drop a cane. It's all great.
You survived, though. That's all that matters. You're here to tell about it.
Yeah.
Then we go into the partnerships of sort of the top 6. They kind of mixed it up, and they started off with Gabby and Jim doing a Josh Burgas piece, Broadway, and the judges just tore this apart.
I was surprised. I loved
Oh yeah, I remember.
it. I really liked it. It looked so hard.
Yeah, it looks so
Like
hard.
the turn into the poncho. I was like, okay, Gabby.
Yeah, technically, it was spot on. They were
Wait,
really,
they didn't like it?
They didn't like it, and they were hard on Josh. They kept on calling out the choreography, saying it looked like a nightclub act, which I thought was.
I didn't agree with that. I don't know what that means.
I thought it was kind
A
of
nightclub act.
And like for Broadway.
Excuse me, could you tell me what that means?
Yeah. What does that? Does that mean like
Also, if
Kit
that was-
Kat Club, like in Cabaret?
Maybe.
What juke joint? Like I don't know. Like what?
But also, like, if that was ever in a nightclub, like, what nightclub? Because I want to go.
Right.
Like, that's rad.
You can have the address.
Yeah.
But then I was saying it like in an insulting way, and I was like, "You have Josh right here who just did On the Town choreography.
Yeah.
Like
I was seeing the same thing.
it was really odd.
I think I
to me.
heard that. I missed that one. I definitely missed that one.
They really also were harping on the fact that they weren't like connecting in the way that I guess they were hoping they would be. And I thought it was totally okay in the sense of they were smiling, they were having fun. I mean, you could tell that it was like they were two friends on stage that were, obviously they were trying to make it like a little bit fevery and like hot and spicy. And it was a little challenging, I think, because they've gone through this journey together and they obviously have like a plethora of inside jokes between them.
Yeah.
So, like fighting past, I think, all that. But I really was shocked.
I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, I did too.
I was shocked too. But wait, hold up. Isn't that the one Jason actually said that he liked?
Jason. This was the one
He
that
was like,
Jason
I'm gonna have to disagree with both of you.
yeah.
Isn't that the okay?
I
Okay.
think
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, but that was like the one that he sort of stepped out.
I
and
thought it was.
like,
I don't know.
I don't
thought it
know.
was a
Like
great
Gabby's
piece.
lines are gorgeous. Jim's lines are always gorgeous.
yeah.
I thought that they performed.
nailed it.
Do you think they were being hard on Jim tonight because they knew he was leaving?
I was thinking that.
So then they wanted to make like the audience kind of agree with them, like, oh yeah, maybe he didn't do as well tonight. Oh well, he got voted off. Oh, okay, it was his week.
I always feel like
You
the
know what,
comments
yeah.
always feel like they're always kind of tepid when the person's going home. Did you feel that the week you were going home?
I mean, we got slaughtered the week I went home.
Oh,
so.
are you gonna tell us about sexy
yeah,
fish?
please.
Did you? I don't know if you saw. We went round and round and round off that. Probably
I liked
15
it
minutes.
so much.
Well, we were just like, I think like.
Yeah. What? How?
Yeah.
How and what?
I think it was just a character that was really hard to,
Have you been to
perform.
Harvell since? Are you old enough to go to Harvell?
I have not been.
You're not 21.
Nope, I'm 20.
Exactly.
Yeah. Oh yeah. When you turn 21 for your birthday, we'll go to Harvell's. It's very, very fun.
It's very, very
And we'll all go as sexy fish.
And yes, we'll all go as sexy fish.
And Periscope
support.
it.
And Periscope it.
That's probably not allowed in there.
Outside, as we're entering, we will show
Yeah,
our
suspense is the
burlesque
best.
fish outfits
There you
and
go.
say
There you
goodbye.
go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But one thing that we thought was really interesting is that they have brought in so many new choreographers, and all of the established choreographers that have come in here, Spencer and Ray and everything, and Dave Scott, have said, it takes a while to get the rhythm of what is required to really put together a really great package of lighting, costumes.
Yeah.
What I had wanted for you guys, I was like, I wanted like bigger, like set or something, like maybe
Yeah.
go campy with the big
Yeah,
set
the
piece or
scene.
something, or go in the direction of like Kit Kat Club and like do that like sort of drugged out cabaret-esque kind
Yeah.
of thing.
You're right.
And it just so I wanted them to like either just go full out. I just felt
Yeah.
like they got stuck in the middle
Honestly,
with
like
their
working
vision.
with the choreographers was great. Like they were awesome. They were on our side. Like they were helping us. I just think, like you were saying, the idea just needed to be bigger. For it to really everybody
Sell
to
it.
appreciate it.
I wanted a big rock for your fish or something. Or
they
like
just, like,
Simon and
just
I don't
a big
know.
fish bowl.
Oh my
Big
god.
fish
What if you
bowl?
were in a fish?
Oh my god.
Done.
Yes.
That's it.
Yes.
Comfort.
Yes.
Where were you? Where were you?
Man.
Yo, I've been telling Jeff, hit me up.
We got
That idea.
because you know the rhythm of the show, though. That's it. Like
If you guys were on a small stage on the stage and then had those like little blue rocks around the small
Oh,
stage.
that would have been so
you were Nemo and Dory. I get it now. All right, let's go on to Haley and Megs in a Stacey contemporary piece. Stacey will be here next week.
Yo, Stacey's winning best lipstick of the season. In every rehearsal package, it looks great. Every time they like cut to her in the audience, she's wearing a new color. It looks great. If she came out with a lipstick line, I'd buy it.
What'd you think of the dance?
Okay, the dance. Okay, we'll talk dance then. I mean, yeah, it was great. I like watching them dance together, these two, because Haley's really powerful, and so seeing her with another girl was really cool. And yeah, I really liked it. I sort of was mirroring my thoughts with what Paula was saying too. Like, I felt like everyone just sort of connected with it, and you could, I don't have a sister, but like, you can think of someone who that person would be with you.
A sisterhood with a friend, or
it was just really great and beautiful. The costumes were awesome with it.
Marina, you guys.
She's amazing.
Marina!
I just love her.
She is the design, like, she's the stylist. She is the costumes of So You Think You Can Dance, and she's absolutely amazing. So everything that you like, Marina totally makes it happen, for sure.
In a short amount of time.
In a short amount of time.
Miracle worker.
A miracle. Yeah, she is. She's dope.
I can only imagine the stress level happening.
And she's
yeah,
so
but
nice.
She's so calm, though.
So nice.
You must be. You have to
She
be.
plays her
right?
little Spanish music and like
She's like, I'm doing it. I'm doing it.
She's like, you like it?
She's like, it's all worthwhile. They're my Emmys. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think everyone's probably just in agreement. It's a beautiful Stacey Tucci piece.
Yeah.
She's always.
I thought it was good to
nail.
see that side of Haley, like a more soft side.
Yeah, it's actually a
more
good
soft side.
point. Because Haley is always like strong.
She's really a strong, hard-hitting.
Or character-y.
Yeah.
So it was nice, to see her
the,
real.
Softer.
And it's always a good time, like at the end, to just be like, I can do other things.
Yeah.
Get to remind the viewers and as they're voting and for all the important America's favorite dancer. Favorite
Well, it's good to see two females also be strong within the dance. Because they always do the two guys sometimes, and it's always whatever. And then the half of this one just
Girls can do it too.
just
strong and vulnerable, and it was really cool.
And support each other. I think
Yeah.
that's important.
It's a great match.
And then we have Yaya and Virgil in a Phoenix and Farside piece, which, by the way, they're our finale guests.
Boom! Boom!
Yeah. I love them.
Phoenix and Farside or Yaya and Virgil?
Phoenix and Farside.
I mean, it would have been awesome either way, but yes, okay.
I don't know what happened because Yaya could possibly be one of the winners. Virgil could possibly be one of the winners. But yeah, I don't know.
Hence why they were together.
Hey, bum 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 bum, dun dun. But they're Team Street, so
Yeah, they are.
yeah.
Oh yeah, only one can be
Only one can be in top two.
I was with Paula on this one. I thought the music was not quite right.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
In all agreements, when you use music, to me, it doesn't have a crescendo. There's nothing because it is just a flat surface song. And hip hop, sometimes I've seen a lot where a lot of people just use instrumentals because they just don't want to use like the music or verses or whatever the case may be. But it just stays here.
Yeah.
It's a dope beat, but you just never see it go anywhere, so your dance is actually limited.
I wonder if they had done this before and then their music didn't clear, is what I was wondering.
Maybe.
Because they were really
That does
specific
happen.
with not saying Alice in Wonderland. You know, they were really specific with saying Through the Looking Glass, and this is a sneaky cat, and she goes through the mirror. And so, for me, the whole setup, I was like, oh, man, maybe this, like, something happened, and, you know, it was falling through a little bit, and then they kind of, like, were like, oh, we can still just do this dance with this song, and it'll be okay.
Well, see, they have to have the song beforehand, though. They have to, like, soon, like, you can't change. Once we get there, it's already cleared. Most of your songs are already cleared. You have actually choices. So, like, I think, personally, the song is dope, and I think a lot of people dance to the song. Actually, a lot of people dance to that song. That's a pretty popular song to dance to. But, like, it's just one of those songs that it's almost good for a session. To me, it's a dope song for a session.
Not necessarily like a big
production.
production.
Performance production, unless you put something else into it. it gets redundant because it's the
needs to be
same.
mixed.
Same
Yeah,
the sound.
if it had a mix
Same.
maybe,
Yeah.
but it just keeps just the same.
What
thing
did you
over.
think about Nigel's comment? Just he's like, I'm so happy to see hip hop be mainstream, and I'm like, hip hop was mainstream.
I was confused.
I saw Amelie's tweet too, Emilio Dosal, and he was like, I'm a little confused, and I was kind of like, I'm a little confused too, because I mean, if you go to the movies in general and watch a dance film, 90% of the time it's going to be some sort of hip hop genre.
Yep.
Yeah.
Right.
10%
Hip hop's
maybe.
been mainstream since like You Got Served almost.
Totally.
I mean, way before that. I
Way
feel
before
like,
that
yeah.
too. But
Come
like,
on, Electric Boogaloo, guys.
Electric
Go.
Boogaloo.
Come on.
Yeah.
I mean, it. Yeah, it was a strange comment. I'm like, maybe some other types of in that whole like genre, I guess. But
I think maybe what he was trying to say is like the way we separate street and stage. He was kind of saying like, that's gonna go away a little bit. The way like tap was street and now is almost stage, and like and like how ballroom was street and now is considered ballroom. I'm wondering if he was trying to go in that way, but like, saying it was mainstream. I was like,
Oh well, saying
didn't
what
make
that
any sense.
street dance can kind of be put into a more of a stage where everyone can do it type of thing, because obviously like salsa is definitely different. Like street salsa is completely different looking than a ballroom.
salsa.
Yeah,
right.
you know what I mean.
But
So,
I think he was trying to say something like that.
And
I
just
really,
got lost in translation.
Yeah, I really don't know though. Like, I
don't
really
know.
don't know where he was going with that.
maybe because of the show itself, because a lot of people look at So You Think You Can Dance as almost their like encyclopedia of like dance. So
That's
maybe
true.
because this year the street dance has been
More
they have
exposed.
it, yeah,
Yeah.
they have actually, well, they exposed at least the styles. They haven't necessarily done those styles in the actual
Yes.
performances.
Yes.
But they have shown each style, like juking and like jitting and things that are in Memphis and things that are in Atlanta, like cranky. They show different dances.
I love those little dance history
Yeah.
like clips
Right,
that they
me
did.
too.
They
Those
were
are
awesome.
So they kind of enlighten people with knowing what other dance styles are with street. So maybe he was I think maybe he was talking about that in that kind of way, being like So You Think You Dance being the platform to show it mainstream, that people who don't watch dance often who watch this show can now be like, oh, that style, that
Learn
style,
that.
that
Right.
style.
It's a good point. Just because I was like, I'm a little confused.
Yeah.
And I just want to touch base on Travis. I saw him as well this week, and he, I have to say, and you must have loved working with him. I kind of love the mentor thing because he loves you guys so much, and he's so invested in like Team Stage winning. And I know that Twitch obviously is invested in Team Street winning, but they're so supportive of you guys. And he just had such wonderful things to say about all the dancers. I've seen him a few times during the season, so. And to see his blog, because he's just been like putting it all out there when he gets mad and everything. And he was mad at the judging. He felt like the judges were pushing Team Street this week.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. And like propping them up a little bit. And he's like, my team is also doing extremely strong work, which they are. I think that the top 6 was outstanding. Everyone's been outstanding. So, but I just love that he's like, I'm just going to tell you how I'm feeling.
Yeah. Right.
And I felt a little slighted last night. You know what I mean? So it was good.
Yeah.
He's honest.
He's honest. So if you haven't been reading his Entertainment Weekly blog, like go back to the archives because every week he just he puts it out there. He
I
does
like
put it out
Travis
there.
is an honest man. That's what I love about him. Like, he doesn't hold his tongue. It doesn't matter as long as his truth, and he says it in as respectful as he possibly can say it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's
gonna
a
put it out
gentleman
there.
about it. And
Yeah.
he said to me, I love my top 3 so much. I kind of like, in the end, he goes, I kind of thought it was going to be these 3. And he said, I can't wait to work with all 3 of them. I want to hire all of them right away.
So cool.
So it's, he really has just a love and a support for
That's
Team
what matters
Stage.
in the end,
Yeah, it really does. And making those connections and working with all of these choreographers, and because they do have the ability to hire you again. I mean, how many, So You Think choreographers have you worked with probably at this point,
I've worked with all of the hip hop choreographers I've worked with actually, and still
cool.
do work with and help and assist or whatever. Especially
That's
Dave
awesome.
Scott.
Dave Scott, stop it.
Dave.
This one is Dave Scott's piece. Yes. Stop up. You and Neptune. Cut it. We had Dave in the next day, and I was like, okay, Alexa.
Wait, it's the wall one, right?
Yes.
So let's talk about it.
And I said, Alexa needed this. We needed to dirty her up a little bit.
Yeah.
She has it in her, and you were great dirty. But it was a piece that just worked so well. I mean, you and Neptune were like, and he was talking about the challenges of working with that pole and how you only had like a certain amount of time.
Like the day before,
And I was like, were you worried about Alexa? Like, because my upper body strength is not great. I'd be like,
and we changed that part, so we didn't have that till like the day before. So yeah, I was scared for that part. I was like, I better make it up.
It was fun though.
It was so fun.
I hope they do that on tour for you guys.
I do too.
I'm sure they are.
Please.
Yeah. They're totally any chance to get props and put it on stage and play with it, do it.
And Neptune and I just had so much fun doing that dance together.
It was so awesome.
So fun.
So good.
Yeah,
I loved it.
Dave always has like one a season that you're like, what?
Yeah.
And just
Good
blows your mind.
kisser. Yeah,
Good kisser.
I will not stop talking about good kisser. And I know you're all going to say to me, you never stop talking about good kisser. I know,
what's that?
I know.
Tanisha
And Rudy last year.
Oh yeah.
She was in that like
Tanisha's
full
like,
leather
boom.
bodysuit.
Yeah.
Bang,
Well,
bang.
he does sexy very well.
Yeah, he really does.
He loves his sexy back.
He likes to put y'all in like pleathery looking, like sexy
Yeah,
cat
little-
suits.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
He
Little
almost
one
is like
pieces.
the puberty for like girls on this show. He's like, I'm gonna take you from that young girl and I'm gonna make you a woman.
Alexa, you're from Utah, right?
Yeah.
He's
Everyone likes to bring
we're
that
gonna
up.
take the Utah.
He's like, welcome to Los Angeles.
And your dad's like, no.
Working on walls, you know.
I want to go around because we did this last week and it was kind of fun. Just tell me your favorite solo last night.
Yaya's.
Yeah.
And also say hello to Saudi Arabia because they're asking you to say hi to your fans in Saudi Arabia.
Hi, fans in Saudi Arabia. I freaking love you guys, by the way. I love you guys. Y'all are the best.
They're gonna use that meme now for sure. They're gonna create something.
That's so good.
Okay.
Jim's. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
The Church of Jim.
Honestly, okay, the note that I made was for Virgil's because I thought his was pretty epic, but I'm gonna have to go with Jim. I love you, Jim. I love Jim. I love him. Every time he just gets up there, I love him.
Jim's dope.
I'm gonna have to go with the same with Jim. I was literally picking up my jaw when I was watching him. Like,
That
seriously?
releve and just.
He's dope.
And then the
like-
planche and the grab, I was just like, I
Yeah,
can't.
the grab at the end.
Yeah, that
But he
got me.
said, boop.
He gave the eye. He gave the eye. I was so proud of him.
I was like, yeah, Jim.
It's a Sophie's choice for me because I really loved Yaya's because it really was
I
like it was
know.
all Yaya,
Yes.
and then but then you see what Jim does and you're like and Jim won the solo last week too. I think we were both
Not
we were
me.
all
No,
like
I think
Yaya.
everyone-
I had Yaya last week.
yeah. I kind of feel like I was like, but I think I'm gonna go with Yaya just because I felt like this was really Yaya.
Yeah.
It was the week for Jay.
Yeah.
It was the week for Jim.
Team J, Team
Yeah,
J
it
won
was.
both stage and street. Really a sad elimination. I know we kind of touched on it earlier, but
Yeah.
I felt it. Even though Megs wasn't like maybe as emotional as Jim, you could see it, feel it.
Yeah.
I thought it was for me. I really did feel like Megs. It was her time, but wow, Haley's reaction. You saw Haley think she lost, right? Like her head was down, and then she was like coming up as they were about to call Jim's name, almost to be like, "Bye, Jim." It was, I miss you. And then you saw her, like watching her hear that
Because she was in danger last week.
yeah, that she was saved was so heartbreaking, and then Jim, it was so sad.
It was all sad.
It was a really
It was good
sad-
television. Wow.
but such good time.
I was like, yes, the ratings go up, go up. I know because we haven't heard anything about the season 13, so we don't know.
Yeah, I also hate that they have those chairs that they run to. That's dumb. Like,
Did they do that before or no?
have them just like
You know
run to
what?
their coach and like hang out. It's so weird that they're like,
It's kind of
I got
fairly
saved,
new.
and now I sit in this like awkward
didn't have
body
chairs, did you?
chair.
No, we did, and Virgil broke it right before we went back live.
Oh, well, I mean, like last year, or
I don't think so.
remember
I think they just started
Because you
doing
run
that.
down the stage.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just always ran down the stage, and we always from the pits, just like.
What's happening?
Just watching.
Yeah.
But maybe top 4 is a little bit different.
Yeah,
I was trying to recall this, and I'm like, this looks unfamiliar.
No, I don't think
Top four
because
maybe is different.
their coaches are behind them.
Yeah.
So it's like I think it has to do with that, and that you see, this is what
Team.
Yeah, you see the
It
teams
was like
that
a
are
spelling
left.
bee all of a sudden, though.
Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah.
Please spell. What was that? Bachata.
Bachata.
Bachatas. And bachatas. Put it in a sentence, please. So you are headed on tour next?
Yes.
Yes? Are you excited when you got the call?
So excited, yes. So excited. Just exciting to like continue on with like the memories that we'll create on the show and with the contestants. Like I was just so excited to be able to be with them again.
And you have 70 cities ahead of you?
Yeah.
Wow.
I know.
My roommate
got my
heard that,
passport.
and he was like 70, and I was like, yes.
70 cities.
And he's like, that's crazy.
You have your passport ready for
Getting
Canada?
my passport. I'm so excited.
So awesome. Get that stamp. And that first stamp. You're getting your stamp and going to London, though. Hey.
Hey.
Really excited.
Well, you guys, we were so happy you finally came back.
Yay!
And that we got you in. I
Yeah,
know she
it was
just emailed me and I was
awesome.
like, girl, just come. Just get over here. All right, well, next week, as I mentioned before, we will have Stacy, first-time guest. We love having the choreographers in. They really give us a great perspective that we don't always get to see really what's happening in the rehearsal studio, which is awesome. So, Comfort, tell everyone where they can find you.
Well, you can find me on all my whole social media is comfortfedoke.com. Social media, Twitter, Comfort Fedoke, Not Comfort Zone with my clothing line, my SoundCloud for my new music, Comfort, yes, my SoundCloud for my new music, which is Comfort-Fedoke. Just see me out all over the place in your zone, in my zone.
I want to be in her zone.
Me too.
Alexa, where can we find you?
You can find me on Instagram at Alexia Meyer with the I, and Twitter Alexa_Meyer.
Chloe.
You can find me on Snapchat, Instagram, and Twitter at Chloe West X.
You can find me everywhere at the Alison Dean.
Okay, I'm super confusing. So Twitter and Snapchat, it's Kristyn Burtt, and then Instagram and Facebook, it's the Kristyn Burtt.
like when
That's
it
where you
gets
can find me. I know, so much good. We'll see y'all next week. Thanks, guys.
Hey.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.